Okay. We got this watchtower to skin. Now, right now, this place is just it is what it is, you know, you sort of jump up and down. I wanted there to be a big spiral staircase. And we had this idea that we would rotate the scene, like animate it as you were running up it. I still kind of like that idea, but I think it would be pretty ridiculously difficult to animate properly. But it's not, you know, like, try. This was the thing, this is what we produced to sort of, as an animation test for how that would work. The way this is going to work, if we are going to animate it, which personally, you know, I never really wrote off. I like the idea of doing it. We just need to animate what we can see from one frame of reference. So Armin's going to try to run forward, but he's going to be stuck in place. And as we run forward, the things in the scene are going to come down. And as we run backwards, the things in the scene are going to move up. The hard part is that I've actually got bricks on the inside of the watchtower. It's all bricks. So animating the bricks is going to be not exceptionally difficult because it's really just moving one brick into the next slot. So it's moving this brick into this brick, this brick into this brick, this brick into this brick. The first thing we want to do is place Armin somewhere in this scene. So is Armin running along the back wall or is Armin running along the front wall? If Armin is running along the back wall, then when the door comes into view, it's going to show up here. And then you just press up and we go through the door. That'll work. What can we do if we take this staircase? It is a spiral staircase and it goes all the way up, right? So what if we just put it in? DVS Fish says, did you draw all these assets? Yeah, of course I did. How else would I do anything? Now how do I capture this fade? Like this is going to come into the foreground, right? It's a pretty weird concept, but I don't know. Let's see what happens. And then it's sort of like comes to the front again. I still need to like show this looping, right? Somehow. Whoa! Wow, that was insane. What the hell? That's not what I wanted, but it looks cool. That's nuts. So obviously this isn't what this looks like in the middle. That's not accurate. It's got to be more like, what does it look like if you flip it vertically? Whoa. Edit, flip vertical. And then edit, flip horizontal. Whoa! That's so trippy, dude. That's some Escher. Hang on. What if I just smoothen it out? And then see what comes up. We'll just play with it. Because it's too square here. Maybe if it was more like this. Oh, actually, maybe that's what I did wrong. Hang on a second. So this ends up being like this. And then wherever the staircase is, this comes up like that. It's more like that. Sort of. I don't really know what's going on here though in the middle. Like my brain can't really process this yet. Actually, I think, you know what? Let's just start like filling this out and see what happens. I don't usually do this. This is very rash of me, but I feel like I might be able to nail this if I just do it. So the difficult part is it's the perspective, right? Like for example, see how here we can see the top of this step, right? But here we can't see the top of that step because it's higher up than the level of the camera, right? Technically, like the camera's center point is probably somewhere like, well, I can tell you where it is. It's like here, right? And above this, you can't see this part here, and below it, you can see it, right? So what I'm trying to do is I have to animate that perspective. I mean, or just not have it at all. Right now, it doesn't have it. I'll just leave it off. You know what? Maybe I'll just take these lines here and project them up. Yes, that's a good idea. You can see that I actually did use this sort of cylinder to start this off originally. How would controls work? Just up and down? No, left and right. So if you go forward, you go up. If you imagine Armin turns around, you go backwards, you go down. So running controls the playback of that animation. The staircase revolves, not Armin. Exactly. Yeah, Armin doesn't revolve because the camera's pointed at him always. I think this can just be like this. And then we just start cutting into that. Yeah, that's what I was missing. But this now has to be the same length as this backwards. I can't change the height of the steps. That's the other thing, that's a constant. So this can go out like this. But then it has to come down the same amount every time. And what is that exact number? How many pixels down do we come? Whoopsies. It's in this case it's 6. I think it ranges a little bit based on some perspective things that I effed up. Between 6 and 7, let's just say. But really it should be 7 in the middle and 6 on the outside, but that's okay. We just pretend that's not the case. So what do we got here? We got 5 or 6? 6, okay. So then this needs to start getting shorter and shorter. Something like that. That's not bad. That's actually okay. It's not perfect. This is really wrong. But like generally, it's right. It just needs to be higher. Yeah, I'm animating stairs. Dude, don't ask. I mean, you can ask. Of course, I'll tell you what I'm doing. I'm animating stairs. I'll say. Okay, so we need to have 8 from this middle point. Let's call this one 1. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Hey, that was pretty close. Oh, thank you, Henry. I appreciate that, buddy. If we do this, that gives us our space back. Oh, I fixed it, guys. I'm a genius. No, so we got 1, 2, 3, 1. Hang on a second. 1, 2, 3, 4. This has to come all the way out to here. This is flat by the time it gets to like here. And I think this actually should probably be a little less like that. I think this is mostly good. Now we just gotta get this right. Take it one step at a time.
Several bad puns later.
But it might be nice, I think it might be nice to actually incorporate this edge so that we can, you know what, I'll do it in this color here. It should, the turning point should be right here. Okay. This color now I just realized I have a free color. I can use this. Whoop, nope. I thought the staircase was supposed to get narrow into the top. Yeah, but I can't. It's I'm not gonna animate. I can't animate it narrow near the top, unfortunately. I can try. I can really try, but I'm not sure how much I'll get away with it. If I do this instead, I think your brain will just be like, oh yeah, it's getting narrower. I'll just play tricks on you. We'll all know. Yeah, you'll know, but you won't care. You won't care because it'll look so good. I'll get it though. All right. Basically what needs to happen is every point needs to move to every other point. So what I'll do is I'm going to take this, I'm going to copy it on every frame. Insignia, 1 out of 5, staircase look jank. Thanks guys. Jim Sterling. Jim Sterling. There are elements of the staircase which do not move. Okay? Those elements are the bottom. Full stop. End of list. So what we need to do is do a version of this where it's just the bottom. So that it's one smooth ramp. And then I'll add the steps back in gradually. That way, I can just animate the points on the edges of the steps. I guess I should make it clear where this ends. Why 6 frames? Not 6 frames. 26 steps over 8 frames, I should say. Not 6. If I said 8, if I said 6, I apologize. It's a misspeak. That's what that is. Alright. So, basically what this is going to look like is I take the backgrounds like this, I make these white dots, and on each of these, I place a dot. Okay? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. So these now get like interpolated to the next one. So we can come across here, onion skin, make sure we have our onion skin in front of the sprite, and we can start moving. It's gonna work best over 6 frames because there are 6 pixels for them to step between. So this one has to move 1, 2, 3, 4. So it should be like 1, 2, 3, 4. It's a lot of work for a moving staircase, but it's kind of like more than just a moving staircase. It's like the kind of thing that I would post on Reddit or Twitter and get a lot of buzz around the game. Or if I put it in a trailer, people can look at it and go, whoa! You know, it's not just like a staircase. You know what? Here's the thing. World. Here's the thing, universe. You don't have to ask if you can talk about something. You could just talk about it. People of the internet. If you want to talk about something, you just mention it. My first boss taught me actually how to speak like that. He was American actually. Not my first boss. My first boss as like an experienced designer. Sorry, not as a not in my first ever job. But my first boss when I got into the industry, he had a marketing background, and he used to tell me to say certain things, right? For example, don't ever say something is a problem. You say that it's a challenge, or an opportunity. You know, you just use words. You just speak in ways that like make people. You never say no, but you always say yes and. You know. So, did you like the video? Thank you so much for watching. I wanted to say a really considerate and heartfelt thank you to the patrons of the stream and of my YouTube channel. Thank you to Joe Constant, to Jacob, Gerald, Jim Kulwicki, to Raimu, to Robin Fritz, Alex, Jaded Cat, and Jared Barboza. You guys help this train keep going. So thank you mostly. For those of you who want to join that list of J names, there's like what, 2-3 names that don't start with J in that list. If you want to offset the balance and restore peace to the world, join me on Patreon, become a patron. Otherwise, come to Twitch and subscribe. Links for that are all below. Have a lovely day, and I'll catch you on the next video.